Hello everyone, I'm going to try something new camera angle. Again, this is Keith Morris, aka Fat Fingers, and I have a new project I started. It's called Real Talk. Real Talk, let's ride. And that's what I'm going to say. It's called Real Talk, let's ride, Fat Fingers. And my name is Keith Morris, and I'm going to try something new, a new angle. So it's not just you looking at a point of view of what I see, but it's you looking at me. And I got the idea from a friend that sent a video of somebody who does a lot of these types of things from their car. So
Turn right onto Clearington Lane.
So we'll see how this works out. And to be honest, it's probably safer because it's out of the view. The other way that I had the thing mounted, the visor mounted, was kind of in my way. So
Turn left onto Ascot Drive, then take the first right onto John Rogers Boulevard.
So we'll try this out and see how this works.
At the stop sign, turn right onto John Rogers Boulevard.
So I'm running another errand.
At the next light, turn left.
Leaving beautiful Upper Marlboro. Well, I'm not really leaving Upper Marlboro. I'm leaving my neighborhood and going to another one, going to Beechtree, to pick up my dog Zuri, who was boarded while my son, I took him back to school, back to Hampton University.
At the light, turn left onto Old Marlboro Pike.
Because spring break is over. So that's one of the things that I'm doing, that I had on the docket. And as I stated before, I think it's a good idea to give your dog a break from time to time. And you need a break. You might need a mental health break. And it helps because
Speed limit camera ahead.
Where Zuri is, she's boarded in a place where they have a lot of other dogs.
In half a mile, turn left onto Main.
And so my dog, who's really just there with me, gets an opportunity to play with other dogs. Dogs are social beings, so that socialization process is very important, and it's good that she's around other humans as well. And then you as a person, you might need a break every now and again. You wanted to sleep in or do something for yourself. You can do it, because the dog is pretty much almost a life, depending on your age, it could be a lifelong prospect. So if you're entertaining getting a dog, it's not for the faint of heart. I think one of the worst things you can do is get a dog and then decide it's not for you, and you give it up to somebody, or even take it back, and the dog ends up being abused, or
turn left onto Main Street,
or even being put to sleep, because you made a bad decision. So
at the next light, turn right.
I can say if you find that you are in over your head, I think it's pretty much a responsibility to find somebody else that can keep your dog for you. There's plenty of people that will take
At
them.
the light, turn right onto Water Street.
You just have to rehome the dog, and I think that's really the humane thing to do. Not necessarily a human thing to do, because people do what they want to do when they're fed up, but it's what I think is the least you can do if you decide to go down this venture.
Turn left onto Robert S. Crane Highway.
Now it can be very rewarding. For me it was tough in the beginning when Zuri was a puppy. Because geez, man, it's like having a newborn. Every couple of hours you gotta walk them, because their bladder doesn't get, is full until they get old enough to where they can hold it, a couple of months or whatever. So that whole experience, I don't know if I would do that again. I'd probably go for a rescue or an older dog, and then try to train them. But once you get them and you're attached to them, that's kind of it. So I am on my way, working my way through Upper Marlboro, going down the road, and what's going to happen is we're going to eventually
Red light and speed limit camera ahead.
be downtown Upper Marlboro on Main Street. Well, you know what? I think I talked my way through it. Because Upper Marlboro, the town, is one of those places that you blink your eye and boom, you're done. So. The other good thing is once I get Zuri, pick Zuri up, I'll be happy to see Zuri, and Zuri will be happy to see me, and it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's like, hey, what's going on? And then you fall back into your similar routine. So it's kind of what it is.
At the next light, turn left.
So now you get a little bit of a view of me, as well as what's to my left. Not so much of where I'm going, but what's beside me. And if you want to comment, just let me know if this is a good view for you. I'm definitely going to review it and see if this is something that's workable, that's better than, you know, just you seeing what I'm seeing on the road. As I talk, and I'll have various topics that I'll discuss from time to time. This one is going to stick to dog care for anybody who's thinking of getting a pet, thinking of getting a dog. I have a 2+-year-old golden doodle named Zuri.
At the light, use the left
that
lanes to turn onto Robert S. Crane Highway.
Picked up at that was at a breeder in Southern Maryland, and I know they tell you don't go to the breeder, get a rescue, but I tried. You know, I tried to do the rescue route. I tried to do everything, and a lot of these people are very unforgiving. I'm telling you. You know, I live in a townhouse, and I don't have the backyard has fence on both sides, but not on the back, so it's not considered a fenced yard. And they pretty much wanted, you know, do you have a single family home with a backyard with this, that, and it's like, I don't know if it'll be a good fit. So I couldn't, you know, so I actually literally waited maybe 2 years until I decided, you know, say, you know what, I'm just going to go to a breeder and get one, because these rescue dogs, I mean, man, it's probably easier to adopt a human baby than it is a puppy. They are very protective, and I understand to a certain extent, but I thought it was overkill, you know. So I went ahead and did what I did, and I have no regrets. You know, when I got her, she was a little underweight, and she did have an infection on her stomach, and so I took her to the vet, got her up to speed, got her up to strength, and you know, I couldn't be happier. Now, she was supposed to be a mini golden doodle. I don't see much mini in it. She's, I think, the Labrador Retriever, the golden retriever, pretty much won out on this one more than the poodle. But you know, it is what it is. You know, she's a good size for me, but I just, you know, I kind of didn't want a dog that was too little. Big guy like me with a little dog, but that was all that was available. And then as soon as I saw her, it was it, you know. So that's what I ended up with, and I'm good, you know, trying to do my best to make a good home for her, and she's definitely helped me in terms of companionship. You know, beautiful thing. So I know if anybody in the world has my back, Zuri's got it. And she turns out that she's a wonderful watchdog as well. You know, she knows when somebody's coming to the door. She's downstairs. She's barking. She's making sure that things are taken care of and kosher around the house. So I definitely couldn't ask for anything more. So that's one of the trade-offs. So I guess if you were thinking of getting a dog, you would want to do a checklist of your pros and your cons, the things that you would like, that you can get out of it, and then the cons or some, but even some of the cons are really, you could look at them as investments, because in the future you get your dividends. It pays off. So that's my story, and I am sticking to it. So as you can see on the other side, that's traffic. And it's not even traffic. That's gridlock, and that's what I might run into on the way back. But that tells me I might can go another way. And the good thing, I did another video about Apple Maps, which I turn it on every time I get in the car. And one of the reasons is, I'm a creature of habit, to keep me on the right path. But the other reason is it will redirect you. So, if there's traffic in one area or an accident or something, it does a very good job of redirecting you to another way. And I can only imagine how much time it has saved me, just by, being flexible and trusting what's on the app, what they see. So
At the next light, turn left.
So we're almost in Beechtree, and that's the beautiful neighborhood that I did another review on. You can check my YouTube. That's another thing. If you wouldn't mind,
At the light,
and you're
turn
looking
left.
at YouTube, if you wouldn't mind subscribing. As of late, I can't crack 9. I have 9 subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind being a subscriber, commenting, and hitting yes to help me with the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. I'll keep trying to post content, as much as I can, and just have fun. I'm working towards. I love to be able to monetize and this, but if not, still just a labor of love. I've always loved cameras and videotapes. Video. I used to have a old-fashioned camcorder, and I used to have the VHS cameras and all that kind of stuff. So with the modern technology and this DJI Action Pro 5 camera, the Action Cam, and the mounts and all that, and the mic mini, DJI wireless mic, it makes it so much easier than it was then. I was posting to YouTube, over 20 years ago, where you had to sync things up, and you really had to almost, know your way around the video editor software.
In half a mile at the roundabout, take the second exit.
It's much easier now, and what my method is now is I pretty much use the camera, the equipment I told you about. But in editing, the only editors I use is really the iMovie and Apple, and I do most of my editing from my iPhone.
In half a mile at the roundabout, take the second exit.
And I do have other software that I can use on my laptop, but DaVinci is what I used before. But it looks like people are now like softly edited stuff, if edited stuff at all. And you want to see the real live raw video, which is easier on me. I can produce and get things out quicker using just iMovie and the photo app on the phone, and going back and forth, and every now and then if I want to do something in Canva to do the I use Canva to do the thumbnail, and I'm thinking of getting into doing some of these reaction videos, and so playing around with CapCut.
In half a mile, turn right onto Lake Forest.
So it was pretty much a labor of love, and technology has brought this whole thing a whole new direction, a whole thing that 20, 30 years ago, I would never have known it would be this easy. So this is Beechwood. As you can see, beautiful homes, people out walking, getting that exercise in.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
It's a nice day today, 66 degrees. Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and the DC, Maryland, Virginia metropolitan area. And I'm glad, hopefully spring is here, because we had a rough winter, I'm telling you.
Turn right onto Lake Forest Drive.
A lot of very cold days, and a lot of low temperatures and high Pepco bills. So if you have all electric,
turn left onto Nancy Gibbons Terrace.
God bless you.
Then the destination is on your right.
Because keeping that heater going and the heat pump and all that stuff, it costs a pretty penny, especially with all those days below freezing. Haven't seen that in a long time, and I grew up in northern Michigan. You would think I'd know better, but it's been too long. So what time is it? Okay, I'm here, and I am signing off.